Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today we're going to do another great workout you can do in your home with minimal tools. You're going to need a bench or even the side of your bed or a coffee table or something. One heavy dumbbell and then one lighter set of dumbbells, and that's it for today. So come into these workouts warmed up and ready to move. We're going to move through a circuit training for strength training, 5 to 10 minutes of a cardio before you start, just to get your heart rate up a little bit, your muscles warmed up, and your mind ready for some movement. Okay, so the first exercise in our circuit, we're going to do a one-arm row, kneeling on a bench. So if you don't have a bench, you can use the side of your bed. You can use, a couple chairs put together. You want the same side knee and hand on the bench, and then you want to create a flat surface for your back. So nice and flat, no, not rounded like this. If you can find a mirror, you can practice and you can look, but just seeing this and then realizing you want to be in a good posture, shoulders down away from your ears, head in line, so you've got your cervical spine in line with the rest of your spine, and your weight is being supported. You can put your hand off the end of your bench here if that's what you're using. That can help with your wrists a little bit. Now, here you're keeping your shoulders level. I don't want this way down here. Shoulders level. We're going to pull it straight up and then lower it slowly. So you're driving your elbow towards the ceiling. Breathe. Think about squeezing that one shoulder blade towards your spine. 5, keep that shoulder down away from your ear. 6, keep breathing. 7, and also lower that weight slowly. Fight gravity. 1 more. Good. Then you can just set it on the bench and then switch sides. Or if you're on a bed, just turn around and go the opposite direction. Okay, again, let's check your posture. Make sure your back is nice and flat. Tummy tight throughout. Head in line with your spine, shoulders down away from your ears, shoulders level. Drive that elbow towards the ceiling. Breathing, tummy tight, remember. 3, 4, resist gravity on the way down. 5, 6, drive that elbow towards the ceiling, squeezing that shoulder blade towards your spine. And 10. All right, good. Now, I'm going to push my bench out of the way here. And I'm grabbing a chair. We're going to do sit to stands, which we've done lots of times. I'm going to give you another little hint on how to make it a little bit easier if you do struggle with this. I work with this with a couple of my clients where, if you're trying to get up and it's really hard, and you can finally get there, or maybe you can't. Maybe you can't quite finish it. Maybe you can't get up out of the chair. One way to think about it is to explode out of the chair. So I have a couple of my clients do this where they kind of boom, and they stand up quickly. So instead of really laboring over thinking of it and really working hard and pushing, and that gets really tiring. So try this. Boom. So lift up your feet and explode up. So it's really an explosive movement. 3, 4, and sometimes just that extra boom, we're going to get up fast, helps you just overcome and stand up quickly. This can work really well for Parkinson's because of that initiation struggle sometimes. 7, 8. As you get near the end, remember to keep exploding. 9 and 10. All right, good. That's one way to think about it. There's a lot of different tools you can use. Remember, staggering your feet, pushing up with your arms, exploding. There's a lot of different ways. Find what works for you so that you can successfully get up and down out of chairs. Okay. Next, we're going to grab that smaller set of dumbbells that I talked about. And we're going to do some lateral raises. So let's do a little balance challenge with this. You can do a narrow stance with your feet, a staggered stance, a tandem stance. You could even stand on one foot. Nice and slowly, we're gonna lift those dumbbells out to the side. Only lift them just below the height of your shoulder. So we don't need to be way up here. That can create impingement. We don't want to have any shoulder problems here. Shoulders down away from your ears. And like I said, you're going to want a little bit lighter weight for these. Keep those shoulders down when you lift those arms. If you're having any shoulder pain, you can kind of lift it out to the diagonal here instead of straight out to the side, which I can't do with my machine here. A little bit out to the diagonal. We're going to do 2 more. Keep that tummy nice and tight. And rest. The other thing you can do is if you're having shoulder pain and you don't have any lighter weights, you can bring it here and shorten those levers. That can help quite a bit as well. Okay, now we're going to lower down to the floor, onto your hands and knees, and we're going to do a hip extension. So we're going to do one leg at a time. I want you to stick one leg out straight. Before that, you want your hands directly beneath your shoulders and your knees directly beneath your hips. So you're not out like this. That can put extra stress on your shoulders. A good base of support, and then a nice flat back like we talked about with those rows. Shoulders down away from your ears, head in line with your spine here, so you've got your cervical line lining up. Now one leg up straight. I want you to keep your back flat here. You're just going to lift and lower that straight leg. Just lifting out till it's in a straight line with the rest of your body. I don't want you to twist and lift it way up here. It's just right in that range of motion, keeping your back flat. Breathing. Try not to set it down at the bottom if you can. And 10. Good. Switch sides. You can reset if you need to, if you feel like you've come, if you've become a little unlevel. Make sure you're nice and level, like you have a teacup on your back and you want to maintain that. 5. Try not to touch your toe down. Just squeezing that glute right at the top there. Shoulders down and rest. Good. If those are feeling tight, you can sit back in child's pose and really stretch. Good. Now give your arms a break if you need to. We're going to stay in that position and we're going to do a shoulder rotation. So this one is really all about range of motion and getting some shoulder and thoracic mobility. So we're going to start in that hands and knees position again. And then we are going to do, let's do 3 on each side of these because these can be really challenging if you've not done them before or if you have any shoulder or thoracic immobility. So I'll do 3 on each side just to demonstrate, and if you want to do more, of course, you can always do more. I'm going to have you reach up with one hand and watch it with your eyes. Now we're going to reach under your other arm, bending it down, and then I want you to touch your face to the ground. I'm going to demonstrate it this way. So you're bending that elbow down, reaching under as far as you can, touching your face to the ground. All right, now I just did 1 on each side. So let's do 3 on each side total. So we're going to reach up as high as you can, watching that hand, and then reaching under, bending that supporting elbow so you can touch your face to the ground slowly. If you cannot do that, if your arm is too weak for that, that's okay. You can still just twist right here. Let's do 1 more on this side. Look up as high as you can, really get that good twist. And then reach under and rest. Okay, we'll do 2 more on the other side, making us equal. Turn, look up at that hand. Slowly, this is a slow exercise. Reaching under. 1 more. Breathing. Don't hold your breath through this. I know this one can be really challenging. Like I said, if you can't reach under and you can't support your arm on that, you can reach like this instead of going down all the way if that arm is having a hard time holding you up there. Okay, start with 3 Progress it to 5. This is a really, really important one just for that spine mobility, that shoulder, thoracic spine. And it can be really challenging, but if you practice it, it can really open you up. Okay, the last one we're going to do on your back, bicycle abs. Make sure my screen is here. Okay, on your back, start with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor, shoulders down away from your ears. Now I want you to flatten your back to the floor and then try to maintain that. So remember, we're going to straighten one leg while the other is bent. This is the motion that we're looking for. If you need to put your feet down, like I just did, in order to protect your back, that's okay. You can also just do like this. If you're ready for the whole thing and you think you can keep your back flat, this is the challenge of this one. Really pressing in your tummy, keeping your back flat to the floor. Now, if you're having any back pain, do one of those modifications that I talked about in the beginning. Or stop, reset. Sometimes people like to put their hands under their hips like this too, and that helps a little. But you're assisting your muscles. I want you to really try to use your muscles here if you can. Breathe. And rest. Okay, so try those modifications. You can put one foot down while the other one stays up. You can try different methods, but each time if you need to reset, get that back flat to the floor to help really make those tummy muscles work and not make your back do it. Okay, go through that circuit 1 or 2 more times. You can add some cardio in between to really get a full body workout and keep that heart rate up throughout. Follow with a good cool down and stretches, and we'll see you next time. Have a great workout, everybody.